Or are you just going to dog ear the page?
Yeah, and you kind of say that with a little bit of like snootiness, so you kind of feel pressured into getting it.
I see. Upselling from a bookstore perspective.
Yeah.
There's
ways to do it everywhere. It's just restaurants have been doing it for so long that you find that is the norm. All these other places are they're just treating their business like a business. How did you feel about your burger today? Meat.
Good question. So originally I ordered a burger with the cheese, lettuce, pickles, onions, relish, mayo, mustard, and ketchup. Then once you order your burger, they hand you a little piece of paper, just a tiny little piece of paper, about a quarter the size of a business card, and a little pencil, and you fill in what you'd like. I guess because it's quicker for them and easier for them. That way they could just pop it up there on their in front of their little preparation board and make it to your liking. And I ordered a poutine, but we'll get into that afterwards.
Oh yeah.
My initial burger, the beef patty was pretty tender, a little greasy, kind of the way I like it, and it tasted pretty good. I thought they had a nice thick piece of cheese on it. Not sure what kind of cheese. It was white. It wasn't a mozzarella, maybe a white cheddar.
It was good. They cut it themselves. It wasn't any of this pre-sliced stuff. They had a little Tupperware I saw, and they had,
like it was pre-sliced by them that morning, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And these are just tiny little burgers, adorable little burgers.
Yeah.
The bun, you asked me when we first bit into our burgers what kind of bun I thought it was. And it took me a while. So wrestling around in my head what it was. Is it a brown bread bun? No. Just the exterior looks kind of brown. The interior is pretty white. And I was chewing on it and figuring out from the texture. And then it hit me all at once.
Oh, what is it? You kept it from me.
To me, it is like I don't have a real answer of what it was, but I'll tell you what it brought out of me. It was like an Italian bakery little panini, the type that I'd go to my grandfather's on a Sunday and we'd all make little sandwiches. There would be a bunch of rolled pieces of ham and salami and pieces of cheese and these pre-rolled hams we'd put into our little buns.
Yeah, sandwich buns.
Those tiny little Italian bakery sandwich buns that made for a very different type of hamburger bun.
Yeah. But
something that I really appreciate. Maybe it was the nostalgia clouding my thoughts. But Matthew, what did you think of these little hamburgers?
I really enjoyed them, and the thing about the bun was like normally I'm just like I've said in previous casts that the buns I always treat as just a
conveyance.
Yeah, just the object to get the bun into my mouth. And this time I really had to bite through this bun. It was hearty. It was a little tougher on the teeth to get through. You need
to tear a little bit.
Yeah, and that gave me time to think about it before I got down to the meat. And it really was quite nice. And the size of it, very small, fits the price. But
it was a relatively thick patty. It wasn't one of these thin patties. It was a small bun and a small round little patty as well.
Yeah, I would have liked the
Not
option.
dissimilar to last week's Mr. Sear patty.
Yeah.
Not as thick, but, you know, in the same vein.
I do want to say, can I back up a little bit here to Mr. Steer from last week? I went there again, Sebastian, and I ordered a big boy burger. It wasn't called Big Boy Burger. It was just a burger from the other side of the menu that we didn't look at.
The full-size burger, not the mini burgers that we both ended up accidentally trying.
Yeah, I had the one that Alex had.
Okay, the hero burger, if I'm not
mistaken. The
hero
hero burger.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to raise my score 2 points.
2 points?
Yeah.
What did you start with?
So give it a 5.5? I gotta look back, but it's definitely at least a 7.
Okay, so you're raising your last week's score to about a 7.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that officially.
I think you're going to have to let me revisit it for maybe the same burger, a Big Boy burger, and we'll do a revisit episode at some point.
Okay. So it's standing at that score, but it can change.
Yes,
just
it
like
may
Delilah
change.
May.
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
fair listener.
So that's just out there in case anyone's rolling over in their grave. I don't know why they're dead.
I don't know how the Wi-Fi is in their grave, and if they can download the show.
Who knows? I don't know the mysteries of the afterlife. But
is there Wi-Fi in the afterlife?
There's got to be. There's so little to do. So, man, I lost my train of thought here.
You were talking about the burgers.
I liked them. And I kind of wanted another one, but I was just like, no, I don't want to end up feeling sick. I just want the burger. I would have really benefited from a double burger. It wasn't an option. I didn't want to start making special requests.
Sure. We also got, while we were there, a couple of poutines, knowing that Patati Patata is kind of famous for their poutines. I looked at their poutine. They had a regular poutine, one with bacon, one with sausages, one with ground beef into the mix. I got the ground beef. Matthew, you got the sausages. Yeah. What did you think of that poutine?
It wasn't the best I've had before, but yeah, definitely better than the regular poutines you get from generic Belle Province or something like that. Like I really enjoyed this. The fries were the skinnier kind, but they were good. There was a certain amount of care put in. I could watch them make the whole thing from mere inches away from me. But I really wanted to get the ground beef one after you ordered it because
you could have got the same one as me.
I didn't want to have everything the exact same order.
Well, you didn't have tomatoes on yours. You didn't have tomatoes on yours.
That's true.
I didn't have tomatoes on mine, actually, the first time
I know.
around.
That's why. I had to make a little bit of a difference here. But when you ordered the one with ground beef, the waiter looked at you. He repeated ground beef.
And he gave me a look as if like, oh, we know. You and I both know.
Yeah, you made the best choice that you could have made. And here's a little silent, in my head, applause for you. And then I ordered it. I ordered the...
Woo!
Yeah. And then I ordered the one with sausages. And he kind of looked and he was like, well, he's
like, respectable.
Yeah, like I made his friend feel really good about the ground beef. I can't just let this guy be like, oh, you made a bad choice. So, but I felt like it was just
it would have been way better if he was like writing it down, look at his notepad, shake his head like, what an idiot.
Yeah. He's like, and then look back at you and he's like, you, sir, you know what's
you're going to have a good day. You're going to be throwing money away today.
Yeah. But your ground beef looked pretty good. My hot dogs are pretty good, though. I enjoyed them. I always liked a little bit of hot dog. I love hot dogs and things. I like hot dogs in macaroni and cheese. That's about it.
How about in hot dogs?
Yeah, I don't care for that.
No? How about pogos, like corn dogs?
Of course I like hot dogs. I love pogos. I love...
Have you ever had one of these hot dogs that's like baked into a giant pretzel?
Yes.
How do you feel about those?
They have their place.
I've never had one. I don't know.
You just walk around any of those pretzel places. They give them out for free.
Yeah, and I keep doing that. There's one I keep walking by. I scouted out another burger place where I walked past one of those. And I still didn't have it because I was like, well, I'm about to go eat a burger. And then I passed by and I was like, no, thank you. I just ate a burger.
So you eat burgers on your own time, on your free
Sometimes
time?
I feel like I got to scout out a place because like I've never heard of it. I've never seen it before. Oh, they have a burger on the menu. Let's see if it's worth visiting. Maybe it's just going to be a junk burger. Sometimes I scout a place out. Sometimes I just go, I feel like Whopper. And I go for a Whopper.
Oh, wow. Now, I thought the point of this show was to scout out places and see if burger places are worth visiting.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose.
you just
sometimes I just want to eat a burger in my spare time.
Can't do it anymore. It's
sometimes it's like a Thursday, and I feel like, oh man, I'm a whole week away from my next burger. I can't wait that long.
There is a loophole here. You can eat burgers that you've already eaten. We can go back. There's a back catalog. You can eat any of the places. And as our show gets deeper into the number game, it's a weird way to say as we do more episodes, you can have all the burgers under your belt.
But I can't like, some of these burgers that we've had, I had already eaten before in the past. I'm not allowed scouting out a burger because I don't necessarily want to be like, hey, Matthew, I heard of this burger place. I have no clue if it's any good or not. I guess that is the point of the show. Sometimes I just want to sometimes I want to surprise you with a burger you're going to like. And so I go check out burgers ahead of time so I can be like, hey, Matt, check this out. I think you're going to like it.
That's kind of sweet. It's kind of adorable. But people, you've heard it here. This is the start of the rift.
All right, Matthew. No, I can't promise not eating a burger that I haven't reviewed yet.
I can't in good conscience have you promise me something like that. That's unreasonable.
I can see myself going to a restaurant. Now, I'll be honest. Most of the time where I see a place has a burger, and I happen to be there, I'll just take a silent note of it to myself and say, this is something to visit. But I was just curious sometimes about other burgers. Anyway. So you had hot dogs in your poutine.
Yeah.
I had ground beef, which is really, really burger meat in there.
Yeah.
Finished my hamburger. Finished my poutine, which I thought was pretty great. I thought the cheese was really fresh. The gravy was great. The ground beef, I always love in a poutine. The fries, not my favorite kind. I kind of like a thicker fry for poutine, but I can't really fault them for that they're doing their fries their way. They're named Patati Patata. I got to respect their fries, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we were pretty much ready to leave. And I thought, that burger was pretty small. I think I'm going to have another one. And you were like in disbelief, which I find surprising by this many episodes in, that you're surprised that I had a second burger. Because that seems to be my MO.
I wasn't really surprised that you were going to have another burger. I was surprised that you wouldn't just get this burger to go. Like, there's people waiting for our seats, and like we're already running a little late, and we may as well just walk. We got a good 10-minute walk ahead of us. And I was like, okay, you going to get it to go? And he's like, no, we got time to eat it here. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, I'm not ordering anything else, so I just got to sit here now and watch you order your burger and eat it.
Well, I mean, it's a small burger. It takes like 6 bites. So it didn't take that much more time.
It also takes 6 steps.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, I see your point.
It was okay. I appreciated it, that it's the Sebastien I know and love.
I didn't want it dripping all over my shoes or anything while I'm walking. It wasn't that drippy of a burger. But mind you, that second one was a little drippier.
Well, you got a tomato in that second one.
Yeah.
That was what ruined
made
burgers.
It drippier. I didn't really want to walk with my burger anyway. Because I don't know. I was feeling a little tired. I'm a little disoriented myself too today. I've been having a little trouble getting to sleep these past few days. It's been a bit of a hot streak heat wave.
Oh.
And my apartment's been warm. I haven't invested in air conditioning. So I've been having trouble getting to sleep. Even a couple days ago, I was woken up very disoriented. It felt like early in the morning, but it was probably like 10 or 11. And it sounded like there were a gang of motorcyclists all just revving their engines outside my apartment. And after like 5 minutes of it, I was going nuts. I went and looked out the window, and I saw other people looking out the windows, but I could tell it was coming from the street that I can't see from my back porch. So I just closed the windows going, oh my God, whoever you are showing off, no one's impressed.
What hour was this?
Oh, maybe 10 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Which, is not that early for most people, but for me, getting to sleep really late, having trouble getting to sleep, I've been going to sleep at like 4 in the morning. So that's pretty early for me, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I was up. Or no, I kind of fell asleep for a little while longer. And then I woke up and I was reading the news. And I was very pleased with myself for not having yelled at these revving motorcycles, because I found out that just around the corner at the nearby church from my place, they were having a Hells Angels funeral. So I felt like yelling at the Hells Angels on their way to a funeral is not a good way to start your day. Like you're probably making a misstep there.
So it seems like a good way to end the day. And
all of your days, perhaps.
All days, yes.
But
on the one hand, though, just real quick,
okay.
If you don't yell at them, who will? It's your duty.
It's my civic duty to yell at the Hells Angels.
Yeah, just because someone died doesn't mean
they can rev their engines all around town all morning.
Yeah, your friend may be having an eternal slumber, but other people's slumbers are being interrupted now.
That's true. I feel like you don't really want to start an argument with the Hells Angels either way.
Especially not from your balcony, just yelling down over.
I'm in my underwear, kind of rubbing my eyes, shouting, "No one's impressed."
Well, I'm a little impressed, but I'm tired.
Actually, there's a lot of you. That is kind of impressive. All right, I'm changing my tune. Who died? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm equal parts tired and impressed.
And apologetic.
And
but since then, I've gotten a new bed, and I've been sleeping quite well.
Oh.
It's a little hard to say for a new bed. So I got this new bed. I built it. It was kind of difficult to do, but it just took a little time. Got a new mattress. I was all excited. Very firm mattress, replacing my